Hello and welcome to the Edu-Leaders Show on the Edu Bulletin, where we bring you the latest insights and trends from the world of education. I'm Daisy, and I'm excited to guide you through this episode. We have an esteemed guest joining us, Bharti Bijwe, Chairperson of Nagpur Sahodaya Schools Complex and Principal of Sandipani School, Hazaripahad, discusses the complex's role in enhancing education through collaboration, training, and conferences. Now, let's move directly into our interview. Over to you, Rumani. Let's hear what ma'am had to say.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us a very special guest. She is Mrs. Bharti Bijwe, Principal of Sandipani School and a prominent figure at the Nagpur Sahodaya Schools Complex. Welcome to the summit, ma'am. And how's your experience being here?
It was one of its kind. I should say a wonderful experience I had today.
Okay.
Hearing even IIM director was a pleasure.
That's great, ma'am. We are very happy to have such personalities over here. So, talking about your role at the Nagpur Sahodaya Schools Complex. So, tell us in brief how it has changed the education sector in the Nagpur and how you're making efforts to match with the global standards.
Nagpur Sahodaya Schools Complex is a collaborative approach to make or raising the bar of education.
Okay.
So we are all member schools, not just from Maharashtra, but some adjoining states also are a part of Nagpur Sahodaya, and one of the biggest Sahodaya in India,
right,
with 260 member schools.
That's great.
Yeah. So we take initiatives where we focus more on in-service trainings.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about skill education, so not just for teachers, but we have modules for children also, which we do implement in a collaborative way, so that children from various backgrounds, different schools comes together and take the experience together. Lots of sharing goes on,
right,
lots of learning happens, and definitely everyone, like maybe the remotest place from Vidarbha and few regions of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh are getting exposure through this platform. And we do organize certain conclaves, conferences, where most of the principals are a part of it, and it's lots of takeaways are there from such conferences.
That's great, ma'am. So tell us something about your school, Sandipani. So how does the name originate and what's the backstory behind it and how you're making a difference in the society with this?
Okay, our founder, Dr. Shrikant Jitskar, was a true visionary.
Okay.
He was a person who believed in Lord Krishna. He was called as Sausashta Kalansa Yogi, Lord Krishna. We are aware about his versatility. The same was our founder. You won't believe he was a doctor.
Right.
He was an IAS, IPS officer. He was an economist. He was Vedanta Pandit. And his name is registered in Guinness Book of World Record with 21 degrees at his credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we have a Gurukulam also, which is called Arsha Vijnan Gurukulam, where the age for taking admission is 8 to 70 years. And it's one of its kind. And here, free of cost education is being given of Vedanta and Sanskrit. So the name Sandipani, if you might be knowing very well, Lord Krishna's guru was Rishi Sandipani.
Right.
So the school was named as Sandipani, and he started the school for his children.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted a combination of everything. What NEP speaks now. That time we had a child counselor, we had special educator in our school. When the school was came into being in the year 1993. Since then we are having, and later on in 2000 CBSE had made it mandatory.
Okay.
Yes, he was such a visionary. So I'm very proud to be a part of such an institution.
That's great to hear, ma'am. So now I'd like to ask you, as an educator, you have been in the field for such a long time. So tell us about some of your struggles and the challenges that you faced and any advice you want to give the educators of today?
See, this journey is not of 1 year, 3 decades almost now.
Yes.
So when I look behind, I think I can write an epic out of it. But
That's
yes, there are plenty of wonderful moments and there are plenty of challenging moments also.
Right.
But from challenging moments, always I learned a lesson and it helped me to grow into a better person.
Absolutely.
And when you are with children, when you are with parents, when you are with teachers, so it's a community.
Right.
And gradually when you deal with all these parts of the community, though, lots of learning takes place.
Absolutely.
So I found that everywhere when we have a better understanding, lots of patience and tolerance, so gradually things becomes easier to handle. And this I have experienced in this journey. And secondly, you never become old because most of the time it is with the kids you are in school.
Absolutely.
So every day is a learning day. I never think teachers only teach in school or the principals they do administration. But if you have a minute observation also, you learn too many things from the children.
Right. It's
So,
a two-way street.
Yeah.
You impart education, you learn something.
Yeah. So it's really, of course, I will say the best profession if you go to see. Because we are the one who are responsible to build nations in the classrooms.
Right.
So I would really cherish all those moments and the coming ones.
That's great, ma'am, and we are glad to hear that your school has been, making such wonderful efforts towards making India the, true Vishwaguru. Thank you so much, and we are glad to have you here.
Thank you so much. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this enlightening discussion. We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did. Save 8534845670 and send "Hi" on WhatsApp for updates on the Edu-Leaders Show, featuring inspiring interviews from the education sector.